Hey film fans, my name is David. This is Film Collector Archive, and on today's episode of the OOP Hunt, Indicator Strikes Back. I recently filmed an episode of the OOP Hunt, which of course featured a couple of titles from Indicator. I was very surprised to come across yet another out of print title, in this case a full-on box set that I was missing from the collection. This happens to be the only box set that I was missing from the collection. And another recent video you saw that I was able to get the Sinbad set since they did a reprint for the 5th anniversary celebration or 5th anniversary sale that Indicator held. So I was very lucky, felt very fortunate to be able to get the Sinbad set. But this is one, this box set actually went out of print sometime this year, earlier this year, so this hasn't been out of print for a significant amount of time, but I missed out on it and really was bummed that I wasn't able to get a copy. Found a copy on eBay for what I felt like was a very fair price. Usually when these go out of print, the prices on these skyrocket pretty quickly, so I was really fortunate in this case to be able to find a seller that was willing to work with me. It basically just took one message to the seller and we worked out a price immediately. So thank you to that to that seller out there for giving me a fair price on this. But again, this is the only box set that I was missing from the Indicator collection. So I am now box set complete with Bloody Terror, The Shocking Cinema of Norman J. Warren, featuring films from 1976 through 1987. As you can see here, we have an array of films, including Satan's Slave, Prey, Terror, Inseminoid, and finally, Bloody New Year. This is a really striking set. The cover really stands out among the crowd of really great box sets from Indicator, just being very bold in its colors and its just its overall presentation. And if I because this was an earlier, it just went out of print, but this is one of the earlier box sets. And as you can see here on the side, I think this is probably their first box set that they employed the kind of the cardboard, inner cardboard sleeves for the discs. And here you can see you get a nice thick book and then some lobby cards there. But just with all the films here, these are really colorful, really great presentation here, and you gotta love the heft of a nice collector's box set. And as you know, these are numbered, so this is a print run of 6,000 units. The unit that I have here is 2,000, hopefully that's, I don't know if that is focusing, 2,000, whoops, right there, 2,335, and that's great. You can see my Goonies poster reflected in the light there. Unit 2,335 of 6,000. And of course, as you can see on the back here, there's just a plethora of limited edition special features. And like I was saying, you get a really nice thick book in here, a perfect bound book, which I always really like. And it actually looks like we get lobby cards and a poster. I'm kind of looking at the contents here. So very exciting. Yeah, to be box set complete with Indicator is really right where I want to be, because they everything they're offering in their box set line are titles that I'm interested in, that I want to have in the collection. With Indicator, you always feel like you're getting something ultra premium in your collection. I love how they put these sets together, physically how they put these sets together, as well as the organization of the special features and just the in-depth conversations that you get on a lot of these supplements. I always feel like I'm receiving a really extensive education on these films after I watch them. And of course, this goes well beyond just the box sets that they offer, but with all of the titles that they offer in their collection, you get a really sturdy education on the film after the film itself. And that's really valuable to me as a collector, just the type of collector that I am. I love having that education that comes after watching the film. So the films in this box set in particular, I know these are not going to be for everybody. This is maybe a little bit more of a niche market or a demographic that these are pointed to. But if you've watched the channel for any amount of time, you know that I'm a big fan of horror. I think there's going to be some decent kind of body horror type films in this collection. But yeah, just really like what we're presented with here. And I love this little blurb here on the side that we get. Contains several disturbing cannibalistic scenes. So I haven't seen the films in this set. Hopefully it doesn't go too far down the road of cannibalistic scenes. That is stuff that I tend to have a little bit more tough time with, we'll say, but I'm always up for a new horror film. And I do really like to kind of push myself a little bit out of my comfort zone with some of these types of films. And so I'm definitely all for it. So now what I'd like to do is switch to the overhead camera so we can give you an in-depth look on the inside of this set, because this is just way too well put together for us to not take a look together. So let's go ahead and do that now. Let us not waste any time. Let's go ahead and get right into this beautiful set here from Indicator for Bloody Terror, the shocking cinema of Norman J. Warren. All right, and as is always the case with these box sets, we have the belly band here. So there we have a listing of the films included. There's the side and the back. Again, we have number 2,335 of 6,000. So that is the belly band. Here we have the cover, which is really great. So this is from the film Terror here on the cover. Here on the top, we have a listing of the films as well. There is the spine. Nice thick spine there, obviously. And then on the bottom here, some technical details, some cast and crew information. All right, so let's go ahead and then let's go to the back here. The years of waiting are over. Terror has begun. As you can see, just an embarrassment of riches here in terms of supplements that are included. Of course, you can pause this at any time and look over that. So here we have the films Satan's Slave from 1976. 2 cuts of the film, 89 and 90 minutes. Prey from 1977 with a runtime of 85 minutes. Terror 1978 with a runtime of 85 minutes. Inseminoid 1981 with a runtime of 92 minutes. And finally, Bloody New Year from 1987 with a runtime of 94 minutes. All right, and here are the contents. Again, very colorful, really, really nice presentation here. And let's set that nice, very thick box aside. Looking at the back here. Next up we have Pray. There's a long list of supplements for just this film. All right, and this is, so let's see, the first film, yeah, region free. This is also region free. And taking a look, here is the very striking disc art there. And a very interesting, rather disturbing looking image there. All right, and there is, yeah, some great artwork, like original advertising artwork there for the film. Next up, we have Terror, which again is the artwork that we have on the cover of the actual box set itself. One Step Beyond Horror. Again, some great artwork for the film. And it is region free, which is great. Nice bold print on there to show that this is a region free disc. I'm always happy when they're able to offer region free material. All right, next up we have Inseminoid. Some interesting artwork there. There is the disc art. And last up here we have Bloody New Year. Give you a closer look there. At the Hotel of Horror, you can check out anytime, but never leave. And again, region free. So everything in this set is region free. There is the disc art. And the promotional art there. All right, and that is not all. Not by a long shot. All right, so first up we have some art cards here, or some lobby cards. There we have Satan's Slave. So that's interesting. So the art cards here are all for Satan's Slave. I wonder why they decided to go that route. Not sure. Instead of presenting something for each of the films. But at any rate, we have a nice thick stock wide format poster here for Terror. That is really cool. And then on the back here, we have a poster for Inseminoid. All right, so that is the double-sided poster. And then last but not least here, we have a very thick, nice and hefty, perfect bound book here. Love the art on the cover there. And there is Norman J. Warren. And for fear of some of the images that might be throughout this book, I'll just give you a really quick idea of what to expect here. So looks like you get crew information for cast and crew information for each of the films, and then some writing on the films. Let me just pull this out of frame here so I don't shoot myself in the foot. So there you go, and just give you one or two more looks here. And then you have some notes on the critical responses. And there's some special thanks, acknowledgments, and then the indicator credits, and then the back. But yeah, really, really thick book here. Lots of great reading, and I'm always up for that. So really great. Very hefty overall box set offering here. So there is the book, the poster, and our art cards exclusively for Satan's Slave. There is Bloody New Year, Inseminoid, Terror, Prey, and Satan's Slave. And the last one's always the hardest one to get in there, but really, really great overall set here. Sorry for some of the content here. It does get a little bit more graphic in some of the imagery, the presentation here, so I can't show everything. Don't want this video to get tagged or taken down or anything like that, so show what we can. But yeah, great set here from Indicator. Let's of course get the belly band back on here. Great set from Indicator here for Bloody Terror, the shocking cinema of Norman J. Warren. What an absolute treat from Indicator. I'm really excited to have this Bloody Terror box set in my Indicator collection, and even more importantly, to be box set complete. It feels really great. I can't wait to see what they announce next. Obviously, it's something that I will be purchasing. I'm hoping that we see a continuation of the Hammer collection, maybe another Columbia Noir box set. Whatever it is, I'm excited for it. I'm here for it. I love what these guys are doing. Let me know down in the comments if you are an Indicator collector. Let me know what your favorite box set is. And also let me know if there's any box sets that you're still looking for. I know they're out there, obviously, because I was able to pick this up. And I think there are sellers out there that are willing to make deals on some of these. I know the reputation of eBay is usually largely negative, and maybe for good reason. I think there's pricing out there from eBay scalpers, as we call them, where the prices are just well out of range, just ridiculous. So hopefully, if there's sets that you're looking for, there's maybe one out there that you can kind of haggle on price a little bit and get something that works for you. But these box sets, my goodness, I mean, they are well worth the money that you pay for them. The asking price from Indicator during their print runs, the price that they sell them for in store is very, very fair. I mean, these are really loaded sets, and so if these are sets that you're interested in, obviously I advise that you pick them up while they're in print. But just the prices on the sets in general are really great. Obviously, if you live in the States like I do, you do pay a bit of a hefty price tag for shipping to get these sent in, you know, again, in my case, to the States. But boy, are they worth it. So yeah, definitely let's continue the conversation down in the comments. And until next time, let's keep the conversation on film alive and well.